It's the last day of the 2020 series finale of the 2026 College Farewell Tour. It's 7:49, almost 10, 11 minutes before 8 o'clock. And for the first time in production history overall, my social media career since I came back to YouTube full time in 2021, a week before my Kirk Shelby 27th birthday, let alone, the vaccine year. And literally ever since I started becoming a huge TikToker that became a content creator that was originally planned to be on there to lose COVID weight. For the first time in production history overall, in College Farewell Tour history alone, we ran the whole fucking table without messing up. No video recorded messages, since nobody who I was looking, the recipient I was looking for was not home, or literally was home but not available, like busy packing or something. No anticlimactic shenanigans, no bad timing where I missed the person. It's like a clean fucking sleep. So whatever we are able to do with Daniel and or Preston today, tomorrow, especially today with Daniel or Preston, because I know he'll be in and out, whether we get them or not, and even if we get one but not the other, get neither one of them, it won't fucking matter, because guess what? It won't fuck up our, progress of this year's College Farewell Tour, because at least that'll be off camera in terms of the YouTube side of things. Like, for Daniel, we might get something small if we're lucky. With Preston, we're not going to get anything. He requested not be on camera in any capacity, not just, the big part of YouTube and TikTok, but dance or a full vlog or like a full episode, but even pictures. So I'm like granting that request. Daniel, that's like optional. Obviously I want it, but like, in terms of optional with him, that's if we're able to get him. Obviously he does say yes to me for the most part, maybe 95%. But, we don't know if we're going to get him. Well, anyway, let me check. Okay, I know his Big Willie style, Z, so he kind of made that up. It's not really basically her legal name. She just made up, I remember in the beginning when I met her, she wanted she jokingly said she wanted to be called Maddie. And then she went by Red and Z. All this was made up shit, but it looked like everybody's there. So, and it was Daniel's birthday yesterday. And of course, it's Heather's this Sunday, so we'll get them. But Duke just sent me a message. Let me see.
Oh, you made it. Got to go.
All right, we got the all clear, so let's get going. Obviously, it's not going to be out there long, but we're just going to do a one and done off camera attempt to check for Daniel and Preston. So we'll just knock on Preston. If we see the car Preston, then we'll knock. But we don't see it, we'll just keep going. But then we'll go knock on Daniel's coming around. But, if he's available, great. But if not, either way, it's not going to matter. So, therefore, we've officially run this fucking table. So, let's go. Look at that. No mistakes this year. We ran this fucking table this year. First time in production history and first time in College Farewell history. The double Baker feature, as we promised. And couldn't pick the perfect season, let alone season finale, let alone series finale for one singular, like Robbie Gordon year alone. So, we got one being a super senior is what I'm going to call it for John Carrollson. She had to switch classes in the middle of the year, so we'll do one person at a time. So what are your plans to go, to be the seasoned vet, as, Sammy in turn 2's coming in as a rookie? Did you see the analogy I made when I posted hit the TikTok copy?
No.
But anyway, we'll answer that question in a minute. Like, what do you plan to do to go big? And what are you studying for again?
Nursing, and I'm just gonna go to school and learn.
Because I made the comparison that you were like 2000 Dale Jr. Matt Kenseth as a rookie, while in return he was 1999-2000 Darryl Waltrip. Since Jr. and Kenseth were coming in as Waltrip was headed out the door before going to the Fox booth. So yeah, and I also, do you plan to have a big college graduation party? And I highly doubt it, but it's just a question for shits and giggles.
No.
I figured as much. Okay, now we're going to Sir Blockslot, a.k.a. recipient of Get Your Ass in the Goddamn Car. So this is your first year at Baldwin Wallace. Mm-hmm. What made you want to change your mind, not go to Pennsylvania?
It's closer to home.
Makes sense. I would have done the same damn thing. So what are you going for?
Sports management.
Okay, so therefore, I think you're gonna be right next door to my old school, Berea High.
Yeah,
I believe.
I will be. Yeah.
So therefore, whenever you see that building, even though it's gonna look more modern day than I was in there, at least you can think of 18, 19-year-old me being in there,
for sure.
Or 16 or 17-year-old.
First thought, Mark, when I see Berea. Yep.
Yeah, the younger version of me when I lived over there. So I guess we can just do a picture.
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys, congratulations to you.
This has been the Discover Card Countdown to Green. Let's go racing.
Yeah, god damn it, we beat that little son of a bitch. Yeah, that was the perfect time to bust out the Mike Skinner. Yep, we just made history for the first time in College Farewell Tour history, and alone in production history as a whole. We literally ran the whole table without fucking up. No anticlimactic shenanigans, no mistakes, no errors, no video recorded messages because of the recipients being unavailable. Coming to see the recipients too late, like long after they're gone, or missing them in some kind of capacity, which means even before they leave, when we miss them, and then the next day they leave. But oh my god, I didn't expect this year to. I knew we were gonna make first time history with this kind of stuff eventually. I just didn't know it was gonna be this soon. Literally after whatever the hell that was a year ago, but. Sometimes you got to expect the unexpected. Sometimes the best things come unexpectedly and also a lot quicker than, we expect. But the College Farewell Tour is officially done for 2026. So there's going to be all the college seniors that are graduating this year. This was their last rodeo. In 1999-2000 Darrell Waltrip, 1992 Richard Petty, 2018 to 2020 Jimmy Johnson, or hell, 2027 Daytona 500 Jimmy Johnson, 2015 Jeff Gordon, 2016 Tony Stewart, 2017 Matt Kenseth. I'm never going to count anything after that because he did retire, but he did not get the proper send off he deserved. Even though in the beginning it did look like it in 2017, but then Roush wanted him back on a part-time basis to provide some veteran leadership and improve that team, and that only did so much. And then literally 2019, his services wasn't needed at all anymore. And then literally in a situation where it was already a weird ass year in 2020, all the story behind the iRacing incident during the COVID break with Larson, literally out of all random people Ganassi could call to finish out the year in that 42, was him. Literally not supposed to be racing, but yeah, that was like the most improper farewell we've ever seen a driver get. Literally did not get to go out the way he wanted to. I mean, I could go on and on about this all day. Sammy, like I said, it's going to be 2002 Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, 2001 Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, 2000 Junior Kenseth, 99 Tony Stewart and Elliott Sadler, 03 Greg Biffle, Jamie McMurray, or for Kamikaze Games, Casey Mears, 04 Casey Kane, 05 Kyle Busch, rest in peace to him. 06 Denny Hamlin. 07 Montoya, that's me. Or if we're going to go as far as my personal homeboys, Kyle Petty, 1980, Earnhardt, 79, Austin and Ty, Dillon, 2014 and 2017, JHN, 2020, Gregson, the rookie season of ML, 2023, Zane Smith, 2024, Riley Herbst, 2025. All right, 2014 was also Larson, even though our hate boner for Larson grew beyond repair, past the red line, because, the whole debacle with I wouldn't say debacle. We chose to make it a debacle our personal selves, the whole shebang like Ricky Martin with Montoya in the 42, which I kind of stopped giving a shit eventually, but it took me forever, which I didn't think I would ever stop. Let me see. 2016 was the Live and La Vida Labrat tier was Chase Elliott, and I think Ryan Blaney was the next year, 2017. No Preston, but it doesn't matter. Nothing can fuck this up now. 2018, I think, was William Byron. 2019, even though I was a Hemrick fan and he did get Rookie of the Year, you sure you want to count that, considering, that would be like a personal bias thing if you did. So, younger me would have counted that, but no, I'm not going to. But at least 2020 had a legit rookie class, because at least as far as I know, those fellas are still racing in full-time at the Winston Cup level. Yeah, but I digress. But yeah, that's what basically, if you want to compare Sammy and Dalen, as Sammy as a rookie and Dalen as a seasoned vet. That's a good comparison. But yeah, so all the, people who are about to graduate this year from college, they're about to be retired College Hall of Fame nominees. And both will go on the College Farewell Tour alumni next year and beyond, just like everybody else in Sandy Ridge who finishes college. And then we have some that are about to graduate this year, about to enter their own, other than Dalen, about to enter their farewell season. There's some that are entering their first, that are becoming rookies outside of Sammy. I mean, it's a history-making season for the College Farewell Tour. It's like, holy mama Wembanyama. It's like, did Hollywood Arts basically take 13, 14 years to finally find me track me down all the way from Brook Park all the way to here to get my ass. But even then, it's better late than never, I suppose. So I think it's safe to say that, the Victorious universe, along with Hollywood Arts alone, has, after all these years, 13, 14 years, has safely caught up to me in Ridgeville after trying to find their way here from Brook Park to find me. But until next time, this is Mark Oliveira signing off. So we still have a few more videos to catch up on, and then we're back on track. I mean, wow. That 1 week delay really pushed everything back, but I said we would recover from it, no problem. I mean, yesterday, me and my woman brought the house down, and of course, combined Ricky Martin with Victorious together. I mean, that's why I'm so excited for October 15th, as that shit cannot come soon enough, but we will talk about it in basically the weeks to come. No, the following several weeks to come, the 2 months to come, because it's going to be awesome to come out of TV retirement, even if it's just temporarily for nostalgia purposes. Basically, the old roots where it all started in 2012. So, literally, since that's the case, we wrote fan fiction back then. We will write fan fiction again, and literally, the first episode of the first season of the Hollywood Arts reboot fanfic is not only a combination of the original show and the current reboot that's about to come up. I like the 2016-17 La Vida Lab Rats route. If you know, you know. We're going to continue basically to pick up where we left off and continue the events from my finale from the OG series, where at least we said goodbye, but it started to get watered down in terms of ideas and the overload of, and we just milked the usage of real life friends I had at that time period, like we kind of did with Lab Rats. Except with Lab Rats, it wasn't as bad. At least we were able to come up with some new ideas every episode most of the way. But this time, since we're older and we have a different mindset, including how we come up with this stuff, it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be more organized. It's going to be way better. So I'm going to make sure of that. Whatever, old habits of writing fanfic in terms of ideas and, whatever other concepts I wanted to implement. The old ways, basically, in Brook Park with Victoria, the OG show, and La Vida Lab Rats and OG Sandy Ridge in my first couple years here. That kind of version of me, right? That version of the author of me is staying in all those time periods combined. This is going to be new. We're going to continue where the OG series left off, or at least we said goodbye. No matter how watered down the series was, how burnt out we got with, we went all the way to the end and we said goodbye. But the real show did not even say goodbye. It was just a random regular episode. We were going to get more until in a proper finale. That never happened, obviously. Just shy of my Jeremy Mayfield 19th birthday, which would have been my 1 year anniversary with the show. So, I mean, at least we get to bring at least we get to come October 15th, we get to party like it's 2012. It's going to feel so damn good in terms of nostalgic purposes. But the College Farewell Tour will return next August, as always, right? First thing to happen after the Corn Fest, and by 50-50 chance we can hope and pray and no stupid 7-day ban happens again. But even if history were to repeat itself, it would be worse. So it would have to be able to get created 2 weeks. And the only way the history will repeat itself again the exact same way is if we can make it through at least November 5th or later without messing up again, or YouTube finding something to get their panties in a wad about that got posted over several years ago. But anyway, we'll stay on our toes with our older uploads, and we'll have to delete some if we're basically just not chance it. But safe travels to Dalen Elizabeth, to John Carroll for a super senior, because keep in mind she got to change schools in the middle of her college career. It was like the the teenage Sandhurst Mark Oliveras route when I was in high school, when I switched from the Deli into Mr. Charnago in 2011, 2012, was why I had to stay an extra year at Polaris in 13, 14 to finish 2 full years with Mr. Charnago so I can graduate properly. So that's why, and at least at Berea, my home school, I was a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. While in college, you had to do a freshman, sophomore, then sophomore again, then junior. No. Let's see here. When did you transfer to John Carroll? Okay, that was in 2024. Okay. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, now super senior. Okay, I got it. So, safe travels to Day for a college finale. And to Sir Blocksalot, AK recipient of Get Your Ass in the Goddamn Car, husband of Brooke Lee Shorter Baker. Best of luck next to my old school in my old hood, Berea High. Even though the building looks completely different now compared to when I was in it. Think about, your current self, visiting, teenage Mark from when he was like the 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old version of me, especially the 18-year-old version of me in 2012 who was crazy in love with Victoria Justice in that whole ass show. So, gotta be a fun school year. We gotta find out what major Sammy's in. So, we're gonna rewatch that. Well, actually, I know Dalen doesn't watch our videos like ever, but guess what? We'll send her that link. We will send her that link. And I mean, we tagged her in that one anyway when we were making the Kenza Dale Jr., Darryl Waltrip 99 2000 comparison. So we'll just send it to her that way. But anyway, so this will go up tomorrow. So literally Vinny's episode is up. No, Vinny's episode is scheduled as I'm recording this. It's Thursday. It's scheduled to be uploaded sometime tomorrow morning. While this one will be uploaded Saturday. So maybe we'll get some Spurs off-season content, literally going over the schedule for the 30th anniversary. This is getting too long. And whatever NASCAR news developed off the track while we were away from making Sandy Ridge content, basic summer content, we'll address that too. Whatever, basically brand new Sandy Ridge content in real time we'll have, and basically any summer content in general in real time that we'll have. So the season 6 finale of Fun in the Sun, August 31st is around the corner. The end of Summer Explosion is around the corner. The Lorain County Fair is around the corner. Basically, our yearly tradition, personal standalone series we came up with in 2018. That's going to be the day in between the season 6 finale of Fun in the Sun and the Firecracker Weekend with the Pepsi 400 at Daytona the night before, and the night before that the Winn-Dixie Firecracker 250. And then my girlfriend's Robbie Gordon 31st birthday, and then the start of season 6 Adventures in Autumn. So we have a lot of shit to look forward to. It doesn't get any better than that. The Spurs come back October 20th. Basically NASCAR is like old times again. It starts in Florida, ends in Florida. The Ford 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway is back as a season finale and will be again next year, which we'll talk more about that part and end up in the upcoming, next NASCAR, off-track news update video. So I think it's the week after Halloween. Nope, the week after, the day after Halloween is the Old Dominion 500. The day after the Spurs play the Timberwolves on Halloween when me and Amanda go out as Pat Sajak and Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune. And then the week after that, on Alex Trebek's death anniversary, which is also my dear Rob, my dad's brother's birthday, my uncle, then the Ford 400 Homestead Miami Speedway. I mean, like Alex's 1-year death anniversary at the Check Auto Park 500, considering the first Check Auto Park 500 season finale running was the day he actually did die, which I couldn't really focus on that, on the race, because I was watching up there in my mom's room and my mind was heavy on Alex Trebek, considering that was a weird year, in a negative way anyway. But the next year, November 7th, when it was still a season finale, I was able to relax this time. But at least, this year with him being gone 6 years by then, which we're still not over, and I most likely never will be. At least we can use the Ford 400 being back at the season finale for the NASCAR season. We can use that as a distraction. So I don't know if the Spurs are scheduled to play on November 8th, but we will see. But keep in mind, we still, for the 30th anniversary of this season, just like every other previous season and every season after this year for year 31 and next to Spurs fan, we will still have these NASCAR San Antonio doubleheaders. So don't think we are going to get out of that, because as long as you to be NASCAR and Spurs fans, basically heavyweight NASCAR Spurs fans, then we're going to have NASCAR San Antonio doubleheaders for as long as we continue to live and be a fan of NASCAR and the Spurs. But anyway, this outro is going on for too long. Let's go see if Daniel's available, considering Big Willie Style just left. But hey, guess what? If not, then, and if Heather can't say happy birthday, or if I can't say happy birthday and goodbye to Daniel immediately, considering he leaves tomorrow, and that's fine. I mean, we could still say happy birthday to Heather, whether he's here or not, but it wouldn't mean as much to say it to Heather after Daniel leaves tomorrow compared to them being together. But no matter what happens, it doesn't. At least, it can't hinder our full-on redemption story for our last year's college farewell tour, which we made it for this year, running the table for the first time in history. So what if there's any unsuccessful attempts to catch our friends say goodbye to college off camera? It doesn't matter, because even better, we did get one off camera too. That mysterious person who's here in Sandy Ridge, you're gonna have to figure that out for all yourself. The only hand I'm giving you, which I did for you in the beginning, which I'm being nice to later, try to give you some hints. Look at episode 1 of this year's college farewell tour, and I just talked about it just minutes ago in this episode. So therefore, yeah, this outro's going on for too long. So let's see if we can say happy birthday and or goodbye to Daniel, and also happy birthday to Heather, and just get the fuck back in there and just wind down and finish what we started in terms of all these upcoming projects and this whatever work we have to do. So till next season, for season 7 of Fun in the Sun, when we get ready to send my friends off to college for the second, third, or fourth time, or in some cases like Dalen, maybe a 5th time, a 50-50 chance in case someone switches classes in the middle of one of their seasons, or for Marco and Cole and some high school class of 2027 rookies going to college next year for the first time ever. Catch you on whatever I make next. So see you later, everyone.